Language Foundations Vocabulary Flashcards, helping you achieve understanding.
Serving for wages in a foreign army. Working for yourself. A writer or artist who sells services to different employers without a long-term contract with any of them. Work independently and on temporary contracts rather than for a long-term employer. Serving for wages in a foreign army. Working for yourself. A writer or artist who sells services to different employers without a long-term contract with any of them. Serving for wages in a foreign army. Mercenary killers. A person hired to fight for another country than their own. Profit-oriented. A mercenary enterprise. Marked by materialism. Working for yourself. A writer or artist who sells services to different employers without a long-term contract with any of them. A writer or artist who sells services to different employers without a long-term contract with any of them. Of a clause, capable of standing syntactically alone as a complete sentence. The main, or independent, clause in a complex sentence has at least a subject and a verb. Of political bodies, not controlled by outside forces. A neutral or uncommitted person, especially in politics. A writer or artist who sells services to different employers without a long-term contract with any of them. Free from external control and constraint. An independent mind. Not controlled by a party or interest group. A writer or artist who sells services to different employers without a long-term contract with any of them. Involving gainful employment in something often done as a hobby. Yielding a fair profit. Marked by the reception of pay. Paid work. A member of the working class, not necessarily employed. Workers of the world, unite. A person who acts and gets things done. He's a miracle worker. A person who works at a specific occupation. He is a good worker. Sterile member of a colony of social insects that forages for food and cares for the larvae. Be employed. Make uniform. Work the clay until it is soft. Perform as expected when applied. This old radio doesn't work anymore. Be employed. Is your husband working again? Applying the mind to learning and understanding a subject, especially by reading. Mastering a second language requires a lot of work. Have and exert influence or effect. The artist's work influenced the young painter. Make something, usually for a specific function. Cause to happen or to occur as a consequence. I cannot work a miracle. The occupation for which you are paid. A lot of people are out of work. Cause to work. He is working his servants hard. Find the solution to a problem or question, or understand the meaning of. This unpleasant situation isn't going to work itself out. A product produced or accomplished through the effort or activity or agency of a person or thing. It is not regarded as one of his more memorable works. Have an effect or outcome, often the one desired or expected. The voting process doesn't work as well as people thought. Use or manipulate to one's advantage. She knows how to work the system. Proceed along a path. Work one's way through the crowd. Prepare for crops. Shape, form, or improve a material. Work stone into tools. A place where work is done. He arrived at work early today. Cause to undergo fermentation. The vintner worked the wine in big oak vats. The total output of a writer or artist, or a substantial part of it. Picasso's work can be divided into periods. Give a workout to. My personal trainer works me hard. Go sour or spoil. The wine worked. Activity directed toward making or doing something. She checked several points needing further work. Arrive at a certain condition through repeated motion. The stitches of the hem worked loose after she wore the skirt many times. Behave in a certain way when handled. This dough does not work easily. Cause to operate or function. This pilot works the controls. Exert oneself by doing mental or physical work for a purpose or out of necessity. I will work hard to improve my grades. Gratify and charm, usually in order to influence. The political candidate worked the crowds. Move in an agitated manner. His fingers worked with tension. Move into or onto. Work the raisins into the dough. Operate in a certain place, area, or specialty. She works the nightclubs. Operate in or through. Physics. A manifestation of energy. The transfer of energy from one physical system to another expressed as the product of a force and the distance through which it moves a body in the direction of that force. Work equals force times distance. Proceed towards a goal or along a path or through an activity. Work your way through every problem or task. Provoke or excite. The rock musician worked the crowd of young girls into a frenzy.
Become our student and get access to effective and free educational materials. Subscribe to our YouTube channel to become a part of our growing YouTube community and to learn English effectively.